Hi YouTube, welcome to part 1 of my DVD and Blu-ray update for March 2019. First, one of my most recent Blu-ray buys off of Amazon Prime. It's Lionsgate Veteran Video Collector Series Blu-ray of the 1986 British horror film that didn't get released here in the States till 1987. Gothic. It's all about Mary Shelley when she took a trip with her husband and Lord Byron and her sister, and were challenging each other to write a ghost story, and she ended up writing the original Frankenstein book. And it stars Gabriel Byrne, Julian Sands, and the late great Natasha Richardson, who was married to Liam Neeson, Miriam Sir, and Timothy Spall. And here's a tagline: conjure up your deepest, darkest fear, now call that fear to life. Gothic. Digitally restored. Says Vestron Video has been a leader in providing the most unique and wide-ranging selection of films. We honor the spirit of Vestron Video by presenting the Vestron Video Collector Series, a line of classic genre films, newly remastered with a wealth of supplementary features. And 1816, a sprawling villa in Switzerland, is the setting for the night of the haunted summer when 5 famous friends gather around an ancient skull to conjure up their darkest fears. Poets Lord Byron and Percy Shelley, Shelley's fiancée Mary Godwin, she would later become Mary Shelley. I don't think she was legally married to Percy yet, because his first wife was still alive. And I heard that his first wife committed suicide, and then that made him free to marry Mary Godwin. And he also married stepsister Claremont and Byron's friend Dr. John Polidori. And he's a character in that Frankenstein, the True Story. Polidori. Yeah, well, poets Lord Byron and Percy Shelley, Shelley's fiancée Mary Godwin, Mary's stepsister Claire Claremont, and Byron's friend Dr. John Polidori spend a hallucinogenic evening confronting their fears in an orgiastic frenzy of shock lunacy that later inspired Mary Shelley to write the classic Frankenstein and Dr. Polidori to pen The Vampire, which became the basis for the creation of Dracula. One fateful evening, 2 legends were born in Ken Russell's Gothic. Special features, audio commentary with Lizzie Russell in conversation with film historian Matthew Leah, isolated score selections, and audio interview with composer Thomas Dolby. Featurettes: The Soul of Shelley with Dr. Julian Sands, Fear Itself, with screenwriter Stephen Volk. One Rainy Night with director of photography Mike Southon, and you get the theatrical trailer, a TV spot, and a still gallery. It's rated R, restricted. Special features aren't rated. Region A locked. And DTS HD Master Audio. Dolby Audio, 1080p high definition, and a 16:9 widescreen 1.85. An original 2.0 monaural audio, Spanish subtitles, and then English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, and color. It runs approximately 87 minutes from 1986, but like I said before, it didn't get released here in the US till 1987. So, Gothic. And this one I have on a really cheap DVD because a while back it was thought to be in the public domain, so it got a few different releases. It's really cheap releases from some public domain DVD labels, but I took a look at that DVD and it just looks like it's just copied from an old VHS tape. So Gothic, and some widescreen for a change. For a while it was out on DVD and just full frame open matte, so now it's matted widescreen. So that I got today, and then recently, also from Amazon Prime, I ordered the Blu-ray edition, the Warner Archive, from the Warner Archive collection of the 50s creature feature movie, The Giant Behemoth. And this has been on Turner Classic Movies. And it used to be on Amazon Prime streaming, and I checked to see if it was on there, but they took it off, so I knew it was time to buy the Blu-ray. You get special features, commentary by veteran special effects creators Dennis Muren, Phil Tippett, and theatrical trailer. It's black and white, 80 minutes. Copyrighted 1958. The biggest thing since creation, the giant behemoth. London under siege by a monstrous radioactive menace. As in his classic The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, director Eugene Laurie plunges us into a thrilling stomping ground, unleashing another thunder lizard to stomp on everything in sight. Alarming levels of radiation have infused the water, plants, and skies, and irradiated Palosaurus rises from the ocean depths. In its path, London, in its arsenal of strength to topple buildings, King Kong's Willis O'Brien contributes to rampaging stop-motion effects, a stride that flattens cars, a flesh-searing radioactive ray, and a tickled-off attitude. Left in ruins on land, humankind takes the fight to the beast's undersea realm, where a two-man submarine crew must endure the torpedo they fire is dead on. The first chance is all anyone gets with the giant behemoth. Is one I got on Sunday from Amazon Prime. And then another one I got from Amazon Prime, the Retro Media widescreen Blu-ray edition of Octoman. Filmmaker Harry Esses, well known for scripting such classics as Creature from the Black Lagoon and It Came from Outer Space, tried his hand at directing Octoman. Inspired by the success of The Creature, Harry's Octoman is a total B-movie hoot. Essex cast the film with sci-fi favorites Kerwin Matthews' Seventh Voyage of Sinbad and Jeff Morrow, The Creature Walks Among Us, making this elusive movie much sought after by cult movie fans who spent years by trying to track it down. Oscar-winning makeup effects artist Rick Baker Edwood created a fun rubber monster suit, but the movie, much of it filmed silent and dubbed later, is a weird mixture of different grainy film stocks and ad choices. Included here as an extra bonus is Harry Essex's next sci-fi undertaking, The Cremators, 1972. Like Octoman, much of the movie was filmed silent and dubbed later with various degrees of success. Special visual effects by Doug Beswick and starred the lovely Maria de Aragon. Blood Mania livened things up. And just for a little bit of trivia for you, Maria de Aragon played Greedo in the original Star Wars movie, so Greedo was a woman. And The Cremators was one originally released to drive-ins and walk-in movie theaters by Roger Corman's New World Pictures, so it's a Roger Corman production. Special features: Rick Baker Remembers Octoman video featurette, bonus second feature, The Cremators in 16:9 HD, so it's widescreen. It's an enhanced widescreen in high definition, and video interview with Maria de Aragon, and then The Cremators trailer. Yeah, 79 minutes. I guess that's the run time for Octoman, because The Cremators is a little bit under that. And not rated, mono, 1080p, high definition, widescreen 1.85, region ABC. So Octoman, retro media, Blu-ray, paired with the Roger Corman produced flick, The Cremators. And then another Roger Corman set from retro media, but it's all DVDs. Now, retro media is very slowly starting to go Blu-ray. I have one of these movies on a retro media disc, but on that other disc, it's just letterboxed. It's not enhanced. So this is the Roger Corman Russian Sci-Fi Collection 2-disc set. So these are mainly widescreen movies on 2 DVDs. In the mid-1960s, producer Roger Corman purchased the U.S. rights to a handful of Soviet sci-fi movies: Planeta Burr, Planet Storms from 1962, The Sky Beckons, Niboto Zavyat from 1959, and A Dream Comes True, Meche Nav Strechu from 1963. From these 3 movies, Corman fashioned 4 new movies: Queen of Blood from 1966, Battle Beyond the Sun 1962, Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet 1965, and Voyage to the Planet Prehistoric Women from 1968. That last one's the one I've got that's letterboxed on another retro media DVD. 3 had theatrical runs, with Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet being sold directly to television via AIP TV, American International Pictures Television. Corman handed the retooling of the films off to a talented group of young directors, including Francis Ford Coppola for Battle Beyond the Sun, Peter Bogdanovich, Prehistoric Women, and Curtis Harrington, Queen and Prehistoric Planet. American stars like Basil Rathbone, Faith Domergue, and Mamie Van Doren were pressed into service, filming their roles in a matter of days. Included in this collection are widescreen versions of Battle and Prehistoric Women, which enjoyed a brief outing in drive-ins. Planeta is presented in Russian with English subtitles, and Prehistoric Planet is presented in full frame. So I'm guessing that Planeta Burr is also widescreen. Special features Mamie Van Doren video featurette, Planet of Storm's French booklet scan, and a commentary track with Fred Olen Ray and David Day-Kotu. And it says these aren't rated color. Approximately 300 minutes in programs are presented in 1.33 and 1.66 widescreen, enhanced for 16:9 TVs and Region 0, but formatted NTSC. So, Battle Beyond the Sun, Planet Storms, Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, and Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women. So, Roger Corman Russian Sci-Fi Collection. It's another one I got on Sunday. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have much more, and this one was really cheap. 2 DVD set from Mill Creek. It's 6 sci-fi movies they licensed from Sony, which is what pretty much used to be Columbia Pictures. Sony just bought up Columbia Pictures. It's a vintage sci-fi 6-movie collection. Has a 27th Day, The Night the World Exploded, The H-Man, 12 to the Moon, Battle in Outer Space, and Valley of the Dragons. And these are in color and black and white and Region 1 locked. So it's 2 DVDs. I'm guessing it's 3 movies. Yeah, 3 movies per DVD. And 27th Day is 1.85 anamorphic widescreen, as is The Night the World Exploded. And 12 to the Moon and Valley of the Dragons are also in 1.85 anamorphic widescreen, while The H-Man and Battle in Outer Space are in 2.35 anamorphic widescreen. And the 27th Day from 1957's black and white 76 minutes. 5 ordinary humans are given a box by aliens containing capsules capable of killing millions of people if they can refrain from using the capsules for 27 days. The Earth will be spared. Will they be able to stand firm, especially when word leaks out and a panicked and furious population starts to hunt them down. The Night the World Exploded, 1957, black and white, 64 minutes. Dr. Conway A. develops a device for predicting earthquakes and immediately discovers one is about to occur in California. He cannot persuade the governor to act, so he begins testing underground, where he discovers an unknown element causing the quakes that will destroy the planet if it reaches the surface. And then the H-Man from 1958's color, 79 minutes, and it looks like this one's Japanese. The Tokyo sewer system is an oozing mess after a radioactive liquid turns people into slimy blobs that float down the drains following a rainstorm. To add to the havoc, the gelatinous masses then begin to reproduce. The blobs are ultimately destroyed in a fire that lights up the city. 12 to the Moons, 1959, black and white, 75 minutes. This is one that's been on Mystery Science Theater 3000. A group of 12 international scientists are the first to land on the moon. In their exploration of the surface, they run into all kinds of trouble, including threatening messages from alien life forms residing on the moon. And Battle in Outer Space is from 1960, color 91 minutes, and I can't tell if this is Japanese or... yeah, I think this one's another Japanese one. A series of mysterious catastrophes sweep the globe, causing the world scientists to conclude that beings from another planet are attacking Earth. 2 Earth spaceships damage the attackers, giving the world time to prepare for a gigantic battle in outer space. And then Valley of the Dragons, 1961, black and white, 83 minutes. Based very loosely on a story by Jules Verne, 2 men about to undertake a duel are thrust into an alternate universe, finding themselves the only civilized men in a world of cavemen and savage beasts. The 2 realize they'll have to put aside their differences to help each other survive in this strange new world. So the vintage sci-fi 6-movie collection, Mill Creek and Sony Columbia Pictures. Well, it lists Columbia Pictures, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, Sony. I've got a couple more Blu-rays somewhere. It must be in another room. I'll have to go get them. But over this weekend, let me make sure. Yeah, I also got a book from Amazon Prime, Claudia Jennings, an authorized biography, and there she is, and there's just a painting of her. It's from the movie poster artwork from one of her movies, Gator Bait. And this one got bent up a little bit, and it was packed in the same package with the giant behemoth, which luckily I don't think got smashed at all. I think these were stacked on top of each other. Seems okay, but this got bent up a little bit. Let me read the back of this. During the 1970s, Claudia Jennings was one of Playboy's top models, as well as the undisputed queen of cult cinema. This is the complete story of her life, authorized by her family. The book covers her childhood, early days as a teen cheerleader, her film career, and sadly, her tragic death at the age of 29. Claudia Jennings was not just a one-dimensional party girl. Through dozens of interviews with family, friends, and colleagues in the entertainment business, a portrait emerges of a kind, sweet, complex, and nurturing woman who loved children and helping others. The book explores her relationship with Hugh Hefner. Yeah, she was in Playboy before she did these drive-in movies. Her extraordinary movie career and the peaks and valleys of her personal life. All films are reviewed and include behind-the-camera stories from cast and crew who were on the set at the time, with the foreword written by the legendary Roger Corman, since she was in a few of his 70s produced drive-in movies, and featuring many rare photographs. The book is a must-have for fans of Claudia, cult movies, and cinematic history. It is put out by Midnight Marquee Press in Baltimore, Maryland. It's $25, but if I had ordered this directly using my PayPal, it would have been listed as being $18 plus $7 shipping and handling, so I just ordered it off of Amazon Prime, and I still got charged $25 since they just include, on the cover price, they just include the publisher's shipping and handling, but then I had to pay tax, but I didn't get charged anything more for shipping and handling since I have Amazon Prime. I think everything in here is just black and white photos. And here she is with Bobby Hart, who she had dated. The Boyce and Hart, who were the duo behind the Monkees. And there's Bobby Hart again. The love of Claudia's life. Yeah. And there she is in The Man Who Fell to Earth with Bernie Casey, since they played an interracial couple in that movie. It's a movie with David Bowie and Candy Clark. And there she is, with her hair all wet. It's a shame they couldn't put some color photos in here as well. Here's a publicity photo from Group Marriage. She was in this movie with Victoria Vetri, Amy Eccles, and Jane Kennedy. It was mainly just Claudia Jennings, Amy Eccles, and Victoria Vetri. I don't think Jane Kennedy had as big a role as the other three women. And I've got two more Blu-rays I want to show off in this video, and it's almost 30 minutes, so give me 1 minute. I'm gonna just leave the camera running, go jam into my room. These are two more Blu-rays. I showed these off on my Instagram and on my Facebook, so be a little bit redundant. Got the Scream Factory Blu-ray, the Roger Corman 1981 horror comedy spoof, Saturday the 14th, starring Richard Benjamin and Paula Prentice. It features a new interview with producer Julie Corman, Roger Corman's wife, the theatrical trailer, TV spot, and photo gallery. It's rated PG, region A locked, runs 75 minutes. And it's in 1080p, high definition 1.85 widescreen, and it's mono audio, English subtitles. It's the second unluckiest day of the year. Pennsylvania is beginning to look a lot like Transylvania, and the horror spoof Saturday the 14th. John, Richard Benjamin, Love at First Bite, and Mary Paula Prentice, the Stepford wives, can't believe their good fortune when they inherit the vast estate of John's recently departed uncle. Sure, it's a fixer-upper, but there's nothing that can't be taken care of with a fresh coat of paint, a little dusting, and maybe an exorcist. Turns out that they just moved into the spookiest house in Erie, Pennsylvania, and one that some loathsome looky-loos are simply dying to take off their hands. Monsters, mayhem, and mirth descend upon the house. Only a mysterious book can save this everyday normal family from Saturday's paranormal activity. And Richard Benjamin and Paula Prentice are married in real life. So they played a married couple on screen and in real life as well. And another one that was released by Roger Corman back in the 70s. It's had a few public domain DVD releases, and two of the better DVD releases have been a special edition DVD by Fred Ray, and then a 12-pack 4-DVD set by VCI, where it was paired with 11 other 70s drive-in flicks. Yeah, Beast from the Yellow Night, starring John Ashley. And like what they've been doing lately, it's a DVD Blu-ray combo pack, so they give you a DVD copy of the film as well. It's being distributed. These have been being distributed by MVD Music Video Distributors. And it's the first time it's out, I believe, in a 16:9 widescreen. Most of the DVDs have been full screen, or they've been letterboxed. A desperate criminal makes a bargain with the devil in order to escape his pursuers, and death becomes an indestructible jugular juggernaut, and nothing can stop him. Starring John Ashley, Mary Wilcox, Leopoldo Salcedo, Eddie Garcia, Ken Metcalf, and Vic Diaz. Directed, written, and produced by Eddie Romero. Back from the dead to stalk human prey, Beast of the Yellow Night, monstrous Blu-ray plus DVD combo, produced from a 2K scan, the 35mm camera negative, so it's VCI. It says Retro Elite, and I believe this is a reversible cover. 87 minutes with optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. It says it's produced from 2K scan at the 35mm negative. Bonus features 2018 commentary by writer and filmmaker Howard S. Berger and Nathaniel Thompson, head honcho at Mondo Digital. Liner notes essay by Howard S. Berger. Video interviews conducted by Mark Hartley featuring Eddie Romero, Sam Sherman, Patrick Wayne, Peter Toombs, Eddie Garcia, Gloria Hendry, Sid Haig, Jan Merlin, and others. And I think some of these are some of the same ones that are supposed to be on Beyond Atlantis Blu-ray DVD combo pack, which is coming up next Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday, March 5th, so March the 12th, that Beyond Atlantis is coming out. Hopefully I'll be getting that then. Then this has got the video Remembering John Ashley featuring Jan Ashley, Fred and Ray, Steve Stevens, and Andrew Stevens, and then you get the original theatrical trailer and 30 and 60-second TV spots, rated R. From 1971, Cinema Projects International. This was put out by Roger Corman's New World Pictures, 1971, but I believe it was Dimension Pictures later re-released it. John Ashley was in the Beach Party films with Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello, and then he did this movie, and then he did the voiceover on TV's The A-Team, and then he also, I think, actually appeared on screen on TV's The A-Team as well. So he makes a deal with the devil to have his life saved. The devil keeps having him reincarnated in as other people. The devil also has him turning into his killer werewolf monster. So these were two I got Friday or Saturday. So little over 38 minutes now, so time to do a recap. Today I got Gothic from Amazon Prime, Lionsgate Vestron Video Collector Series Blu-ray. And then Sunday from Amazon Prime, I got the Giant Behemoth Warner Archive Blu-ray, which I got in the same package with this Claudia Jennings authorized biography paperback. And then in a separate package from Amazon Prime, I got the Retro Media Blu-ray of Octoman paired with the Cremators Blu-ray double feature, and then another Retro Media release, a 2-DVD set, the Roger Corman Russian Sci-Fi Collection, 4 movies. It's, I believe 3 of them are in widescreen and 1 is in full screen. Lights shining on there. And then also from that same Amazon Prime package, Vintage Sci-Fi 6-movie collection from Mill Creek and Sony. So 2 DVDs, 3 movies per DVD. And then, it's either Friday or Saturday, got the Scream Factory Blu-ray Saturday the 14th. And then the MVD VCI Blu-ray DVD combo pack Beast of the Yellow Knight starring John Ashley and Mary Wilcox. I believe this cover reverses. So, probably show off that in part 2. Yeah, next Tuesday I've got more stuff coming, so I'm Tim, and thanks for watching part 1 of my DVD and Blu-ray update for March 2019. Keep an eye out for part 2 coming soon to my YouTube.